Your friends will change, and that's not betrayal. Losing friends, as hard as it is often growth, not failure. But something fascinating happens as you get older. Your social circle shrinks. Not because you're failing, but because your brain is recalibrating. Instead, they prioritize fewer, deeper, more emotionally meaningful relationships. That's why your 20s feel like you're collecting people, and your 30s, 40s, and 50s feel like you're filtering down to the ones who really matter. If you're feeling guilty that your social circle is shrinking, don't. It's not failure, it's what moving forward looks like. It means your brain is getting wise enough to realize a small circle that feeds you is more valuable than a large circle that drains you. You're more likely to change by belonging than by willpower, because identity is contagious. This will actually blow your mind. See, most people think change is about willpower. If I just tried harder, if I just pushed more, if I just force myself, I'll change. But here's the counterintuitive truth. You're more likely to change by belonging than by willpower, because identity is contagious. A few years ago, researchers studied why some people quit smoking successfully and others relapsed. They found something surprising. It wasn't the strongest-willed individuals who succeeded. It was the ones who changed their social circles. If you were surrounded by smokers, your chance of quitting dropped dramatically. But if your spouse quit smoking, your likelihood of quitting jumped up. If a close friend quit, your odds went up. Same habit, same nicotine, different environment. Why? Because we adapt to the norms of our group. A Harvard study on social networks showed that obesity, smoking, and even happiness spread through friends groups like contagions. If a friend of yours becomes obese, your own risk increases by 57%. If a friend becomes happy, your own chance of happiness rises by 25%. Willpower didn't spread. Identity and connectivity did. So if you want to change your life, stop asking, how do I get more willpower? Start asking, who do I need to belong to? You'll fight to match the energy of the people you sit with. You'll pick up their habits without even realizing it. Here's the takeaway. Willpower is fragile. Belonging is powerful. The fastest way to change your habits is to change your people. Because you don't just become what you practice, you become who you're around. Stop spending time with people you don't want to be like. Stop wasting energy on people you don't admire. Stop building connections with people who only drain your confidence. Stop investing in circles that make you smaller instead of braver. Gallup found that 76% of employees experience burnout, but the strongest predictor wasn't the number of hours, it was whether they felt their work had purpose. Maslach's research shows that people who feel their work lacks recognition or significance report 2 to 3 times higher levels of burnout, even at similar workloads. In contrast, people engaged in meaningful but demanding work, nurses, social workers, startup founders, often sustain far higher workloads before burning out because purpose acts like fuel. So the truth is, you don't burn out from giving too much of yourself. You burn out from giving yourself to things that don't matter. If you feel drained, don't just ask, how many hours am I working? Ask, what am I working toward? Cutting hours might help temporarily, but finding meaning changes everything. Because exhaustion is survivable. Meaninglessness isn't. We think we're good at predicting what will make us happy, but psychology says we're terrible at this. When they checked in with lottery winners a year later, their happiness had barely changed. So here's the truth. That's why the best advice isn't trust your gut. If you learn to test reality, to experiment, to try, you will know more than what you may think or predict. If you're feeling guilty that your social circle is shrinking, don't. It's not failure. It's what moving forward looks like. It means your brain is getting wise enough to realize a small circle that feeds you is more valuable than a large circle that drains you. A small circle that tells you the truth is better than a large circle that tells you what you want to hear. A small circle that celebrates you in private is better than a large circle that claps only in public. A small circle that challenges you to grow is better than a large circle that keeps you the same. You can have less friends that bring you more joy. Don't get it confused. Lesson number 4 is discipline is easier than motivation. Stop chasing approval from people who don't even know themselves. Stop performing for people who wouldn't show up if you fell. Stop editing your life for people who aren't even paying attention. Stop carrying the weight of opinions that were never yours to hold. Stop shrinking your dreams to fit someone else's comfort zone. And stop letting silent critics rent space in your head for free. Stop confusing someone's opinion with your own reflection. They're not thinking about you in the first place.